Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
There we go. Hey, it's finally Friday. We're finally heading into the weekend. It's going to be hot. It's going to be dry. I mean, if you like this weather, if your pool may still be open, lucky you.
Yeah, mine is. Yeah.
Lucky you,
so
Grace.
Matt heading out and enjoying a warm and sunny weekend.
Exactly, yeah, the warm pattern continuing. Summertime's not over yet. I know a lot of people have been saying summer's over, we're welcoming fall. Not yet, definitely, especially for this weekend. We've got temperatures that will be increasing into the 90s as we head into this weekend and throughout next week. A mild start to our morning, though. Those will continue. Our mornings will still feel rather fall-like, but we warm up quickly just past sunrise. Still waiting on sunrise this morning, but temperatures at 64 degrees in Louisville, 59 degrees over towards Bowman Field. The clear skies continuing with temperatures ranging into the 50s this morning for most of us. 59 Madison, 56 Scottsburg, 56 Shepherdsville, and 60 for you folks near Hodgenville. Satellite and radar continues to stay quiet and clear this morning. As we head throughout the next upcoming hours, we will stay this way with a lot of clear skies and sunshine in the forecast. Getting ready to hop on the school bus soon. The temperatures staying in the lower 60s with the clear skies continuing throughout the day. That sunshine will warm us up into the upper 80s. That will be very close to 90 throughout the later hours of the day. The clear skies continuing with lots of sunshine lasting throughout the afternoon and the evening time. Tonight, those skies still remain very clear and quiet. We'll start tomorrow morning off with temperatures in between the upper 50s and the lower 60s with a few passing clouds. We've got warmer temperatures still in the forecast for the weekend. I'll have those details coming up in just a few short minutes. Here's an update on traffic this morning. So far, everything's looking good to go on all of our major interstates into and out of the Louisville Metro. If we have anything that's slowing us down this morning that could cause any holdups, we'll let you know. Jim, Grace?
Thanks, Matt. This morning, the manhunt is still on for the person who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Now, authorities are releasing new video evidence to the public. In it, you can see the suspect run across the roof of a building and climb down to the ground. He's then seen running across the parking lot and into the woods, where investigators say they found a high-powered rifle wrapped in a towel. Now, police are asking for the public's help to find that suspect. This man dressed in a black T-shirt, which appears to have a flag on it, a ball cap, and sunglasses.
Now, Kirk's death is prompting safety concerns among some elected leaders.
The White House and Congress are increasing security. CNN reports that includes President Donald Trump's box seats at the Yankees-Tigers game last night. Another source says organizers moved a 9/11 ceremony inside for the president's safety yesterday.
Congressional leaders say they might boost security for lawmakers. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have discussed cooling the political rhetoric.
Kirk's murder has heightened concerns about a rise in political violence across the country. During his Team Kentucky briefing, Governor Andy Beshear said while Kirk was a divisive character, violence should never be the response to beliefs you disagree with. He added he thinks as a country we need to do better for the coming generations.
We have a commitment not to leave a broken country to our kids, to leave a divided country to our kids, a country where that is boiling too hot, or where people are trying to constantly create an us versus a them and then dehumanize one side and encourage violence. That is not the country any of us want our kids to grow up in.
Beshear went on to say he knows how angry a senseless act of violence can make people, but he believes lashing out is not helping anyone come together for solutions.
Some more local news here in Louisville. One person is dead after a crash between a car and a motorcycle near Iroquois Park yesterday. LMPD officers responded to Manslick Road and Vista John Drive around 4:45 yesterday afternoon. The preliminary investigation showed the car was trying to turn left off of Manslick Road when it collided with a motorcyclist. LMPD says the driver of the motorcycle was not wearing a helmet and was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 people in the car were also taken to St. Mary and Elizabeth Hospital. They are expected to survive. The LMPD, Louisville Fire, and EMS all called out for what officers are now saying was a case of swatting. LMPD says the call came in just after noon yesterday, saying that there was trouble at Central High School, but the caller wasn't specific about what that trouble was. Officials later determined that the threat was unfounded and there was no danger. Nobody at the school was hurt.
The Kentucky Supreme Court is now considering a case that could bring public charter schools to Kentucky. The court heard oral arguments yesterday. In 2023, the Council for Better Education filed a lawsuit challenging House Bill 9. The measure would fund public charter schools and mandate pilot charters in Jefferson County in northern Kentucky. The council, made up of school superintendents, argues it's unconstitutional. Those in favor of charter schools say they'll give families more choice in their children's education.
The DNA of charter schools is focusing on at-risk kids, helping to close the achievement gaps in some of our urban areas in the state.
We do think that it will be, as the justices on the court implied with their questions, a drain on the public school system.
It's up to the justices to decide a timeline for releasing their decision.
Over in Indiana, state lawmakers passed a new law this year that requires public schools to share funding with charter schools. Tax dollars collected for schools must now be split between the two. Supporters say the move will create new access to high-quality schools in underserved neighborhoods, but the state's education budget was not increased, which opponents worry could mean a drain on already low resources for public schools. Charter schools will also continue to get more than $1,000 per pupil under a state grant. The new law is set to go into effect in 2028. Bourbon and Beyond is now officially underway. Last night, the Lumineers headlined the first night of Bourbon and Beyond, kicking off 2 weeks of concerts out at a brand new spot at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, and the crowds can mean a payday for neighbors. WHAS11's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Levi Hammer talked to festival goers about alternative parking and this year's changes.
Oh my gosh, Bourbon and Beyond. So much live music, literally one of the biggest days in Louisville.
The large music festival is back with a new layout. The music festival has expanded as it's in the parking lot closer to the Kentucky Expo Center buildings. And we also talked to people about parking. How much did they pay and where did they leave their car? On a normal day without the giant festivals, parking at the Expo Center stands around $13, but during the festivals it bumps up to about $40.
You go with the flow sometimes. It's not like I'm getting bourbon and Coke for $4. It's gonna be $20.
But a little less than a mile away, residents of the Prestonia neighborhood like Rihanna Taryn financially benefit from the annual festivals with parking in the yard.
My partner bought this house and we had no idea that you could, but we were excited to have the opportunity.
The average price around here, $20 to $25 to park. But for festival goers in this car, saving a few bucks goes a long way.
It's more just hoping to expedite the exit when we leave later on, get out of here quicker, get home quicker. We got to work tomorrow.
With Louisville Tourism reporting Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life bringing in more than a $42 million impact last year, this local barbecue vendor is taking advantage.
We've seen tons of people going in today, had a steady stream of business, I'd say, for lunch, but everybody's like, are you going to be here when we're coming out? So we're looking forward to the people coming out.
In Louisville, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
Louisville Tourism reports about 210,000 people attend Bourbon and Beyond over the course of the 4 days last year. Coming up here in the next half hour of GMK, though, we're going to tell you about the security measures that LMPD is taking to make sure the festival goers stay safe.
Matt, coming over to you. What's one thing we need to know?
The cool start repeating itself this Friday morning with temperatures ranging in between the 50s and lower 60s. As we head later on into the afternoon, we've got that warm up headed our direction. High temperatures will be reaching close to the lower 90s as we head into the later hours of the afternoon. Another sunny and dry day. We're going to have all those weather details coming up in just a few short minutes.